Have you ever trusted a classic hit, only to find out someone else may have written its bones first? In this video, we're digging into 15 huge songs from the 1970s that got accused of copying, stealing, borrowing, and cashing in on music that already existed. These were not small mistakes in forgotten studios. These were million-selling records, superstar names, lawsuits, settlements, and original writers fighting to be recognized after the money was already made.
In the morning sun, I feel you touch.
Number 1. How Deep Is Your Love by Bee Gees.
How deep is your love? Is your love? How deep is...
This was supposed to be the Bee Gees at their smoothest. Soft lights, slow dances, and the emotional glow of Saturday Night Fever.
And the moment that you wander far from me.
Released in 1977, How Deep Is Your Love became a massive hit and even won a Grammy. But behind that polished love song came a nasty accusation.
My arms again, and you come to me.
Songwriter Ronald Selly claimed the melody had been taken from his song, Let It End.
And then you will be left alone.
A jury actually sided against the Bee Gees at first, before the ruling was later overturned. That is what makes this one so disturbing. For a moment, one of disco's sweetest ballads looked like it had a stolen. Number 3. My Sweet Lord by George Harrison. George Harrison wanted peace, freedom, and a clean break from the Beatles. Instead, My Sweet Lord dragged him into one of the most humiliating copyright battles in music history. Released in 1970, the song became a global spiritual anthem. But the publishers of the Chiffon's He's So Fine heard something they could not ignore.
He's a soft-spoken guy.
Harrison said he never meant to copy it, which almost made the case feel worse. The court called it subconscious plagiarism. Not planned theft, but theft by memory. A song about devotion ended up proving that even a legend's own mind could betray him. Number 4. Da Ya Think I'm Sexy by Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart put on the disco clothes, chased the nightclub sound, and scored one of the biggest hits of 1978. Da Ya Think I'm Sexy was shiny, shameless, and everywhere. But Brazilian musician Jorge Benjor heard the hook and knew the melody had a past. It sounded too close to his 1972 song, Taj Mahal. Stewart later said he heard it during Carnival in Brazil, and the tune got stuck in his head. That excuse did not erase the problem. He paid up, settled the fight, and donated royalties to UNICEF. Are you enjoying this video? If you are, please hit the like button. I'd sincerely appreciate it. Number 5. Child in Time by Deep Purple. Child in Time sounded like the end of the world arriving through a keyboard. Deep Purple turned it into a 1970 hard rock monument, with Ian Gillan's screams making the track feel almost apocalyptic. But that haunting opening did not appear out of thin air. It came dangerously close to Bombay Calling by It's a Beautiful Day, released just 1 year earlier. Deep Purple slowed it down, made it heavier, and dressed it in Cold War dread. No explosive courtroom battle followed.
You'll see the line.
But fans eventually heard the older track. The truth was simple. The masterpiece had someone else's fingerprints on the door.
Come on, flat top, he come grooving up slowly.
Number 6, Come Together by the Beatles, John Lennon.
Come together right now.
John Lennon wanted Come Together to sound cool, swampy, and untouchable. Instead, it became another reminder that even the Beatles could get caught reaching into rock and roll's past.
You eyeball, he won. Holy roller, he got.
Released in 1969 and still everywhere in the 1970s, the song opened Abbey Road with menace and swagger. But Chuck Berry's publisher heard a problem. Lennon had pulled too closely from Berry's You Can't Catch Me.
Let out my wings, then I blew my horn. Bye-bye, New
Got to be a joker, he just do what he please.
And Morris Levy was not the kind of publisher who let that slide. Lennon settled the fight by agreeing to record songs Levy controlled. The song stayed legendary, but the lawsuit left fingerprints all over it. Number 7, Hotel California by the Eagles.
Welcome to the Hotel California.
Hotel California sounded like a nightmare wrapped in luxury. Desert highways, rich excess, and a guitar solo that felt bigger than the decade. Released in 1976, it became the Eagles' signature song and one of rock's most famous recordings. But Jethro Tull fans heard something suspicious in the bones of it. The descending chord pattern sounded close to We Used to Know, a song.
There she stood in the doorway, heard the mission bell.
A song the Eagles likely heard while opening for Jethro Tull years earlier. No lawsuit came, but the accusation never went away. The Eagles got the mansion. The older song got the uncomfortable comparison. Oh, by the way, I will be posting more videos like this. So please like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next video. Okay, on to the next.
Some people call me Maurice.
Number 8, The Joker by Steve Miller Band.
I'm a lover, I'm a sinner.
The Joker sounded loose, funny, and harmless. The kind of 1973 radio hit that rolled in like smoke from a lazy afternoon. But one part was not harmless at all. Steve Miller lifted lines from Lovey Dovey.
I can't get you out of my mind. People talk about me, darling.
A 1950s R&B song by the Clovers, written by Atlantic Records giant Ahmet Ertegun. That was a bad person to borrow from without permission.
Don't you worry, baby. 'Cause I'm right here, right.
Ertegun knew the business, knew the paperwork, and knew when his words were making someone else rich. Miller got sued, lost the fight, and had to add Ertegun to the credits. The joke was on him, and the royalties proved it. Number 9, Anybody Seen My Baby? By the Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones had already survived decades of scandals, lawsuits, drugs, feuds, and bad press. But in the 1990s, they almost walked straight into a plagiarism disaster with Anybody Seen My Baby? The chorus sounded way too close to K.D. Lang's Constant Craving. And the band reportedly realized it before the legal explosion hit. Keith Richards' daughter noticed the match while hearing the song at home, which made the whole thing even more embarrassing. The Stones quickly gave K.D. Lang and Ben Mink writing credit before it turned ugly. Did the Stones dodge a disaster by admitting the problem early? Comment yes if you agree.
And love so distant and obscure.
Number 10, All By Myself by Eric Carmen. Eric Carmen turned loneliness into a weapon with All By Myself. Released in 1975, it sounded huge, wounded, and almost too dramatic for ordinary radio. But the song's emotional power came with a problem. Carmen had based part of it on Sergei Rachmaninoff's Piano Concerto No. 2. He thought the music was free to use. It was not that simple. Rachmaninoff's estate came calling, and suddenly one of the decade's biggest heartbreak songs had a very expensive legal headache attached to it.
Be sure. Sometimes I feel so
Carmen had to share royalties with the composer's estate. He got the hit, but Rachmaninoff still got paid.
blind to every eye she meets. Do you
Number 11, Hello, I Love You, by The Doors.
I love you, let me jump in your game. She's walking.
The Doors sounded too strange, too cool, and too dangerous to be accused of copying anyone. But Hello, I Love You changed that. Released in 1968 and still riding into the 1970s with the band's legend, the song became a #1 hit. Then people heard the Kinks all day and all of the night. The punchy riff,
To be with you all of the time. I'll head so high, like a statue.
the rhythm, the attitude, it was all way too close. Ray Davies was not amused, and The Doors ended up paying UK royalties connected to the song.
Let me jump in your game. Hello, I love you, won't you tell me?
Jim Morrison sounded untouchable on record, but the paperwork told a much uglier story. Number 12, Crocodile Rock by Elton John. Elton John built Crocodile Rock as a bright, goofy blast of old-school rock and roll nostalgia. Released in 1972, it became his first #1 single in the United States and helped turn him into a full-blown superstar. But nostalgia can get dangerous when an older song starts sounding too familiar. The writers behind Pat Boone's Speedy Gonzales
You better come home, Speedy Gonzales.
claimed Elton's hit came too close to their 1962 track. The fight ended with a settlement, and suddenly that cheerful throwback song had a legal shadow attached to it. Elton sold fun, but somebody else heard a payday being taken. Number 13, Cheese and Onions by the Rutles. The Rutles were supposed to be a joke, a Beatles parody, a fake band built to mock the biggest band in history. But Cheese and Onions, released in 1978 as part of the Rutles project, sounded so close to the Lennon-McCartney universe that the joke started costing real money. Neil Innes had crafted songs that were funny because they felt almost too authentic. That was the problem. The parody walked so close to the real thing that royalty disputes followed. The laugh suddenly had lawyers attached. They were pretending to be the Beatles, but the music business treated the imitation like a threat.
Cars and taxis like a waxworks on the move.
Number 14, Am I Ever Gonna See Your Face Again? By the Angels.
Am I ever gonna see your face again?
Am I Ever Gonna See Your Face Again? Became the kind of Australian rock anthem that belonged to sweaty pubs, loud crowds, and people shouting every word like they owned it. Released in 1976, it helped make the Angels a serious force in Aussie rock. But then came the problem. Status Quo's Lonely Night had already carried a very similar musical shape in 1974.
Marry young girls past me, but none of them are you.
The claim was not some tiny detail buried in the background. It went after the song's backbone. Royalties reportedly had to be shared.
Am I ever gonna see your face again?
And a working-class rock chant suddenly came with a borrowed history problem.
You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I'd like to say hello to the black, to the...
Number 15, Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang.
Next on the mic is my man Hank. Come on, Hank, sing that song. Check it out.
Rapper's Delight did not just become a hit in 1979. It kicked the door open for hip-hop on mainstream radio. But that historic breakthrough was built on a groove that already belonged to Chic. The bass line from Good Times was not hidden.
Why hesitate? You silly fool, you can't.
I said the hip hop, the hippity hip hop.
Disguised or barely noticeable. It was right there, driving the whole record. Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards were furious when they heard it being used without permission. Legal pressure followed, credits changed, and money had to move. Hip-hop got its first huge crossover moment, but disco's architects had to fight to get their names on the foundation.
What you hear is not a test, I'm rapping to the beat.
And that is the uncomfortable side of classic music history. Some of these songs became anthems, some filled stadiums, ruled radio, and made their artists look untouchable. But behind the fame were older melodies, unpaid writers, lawsuits, settlements, and credits that only appeared after pressure. Maybe that is what makes these stories so hard to ignore. The songs still sound great, but now they sound different. Comment below with the one that shocked you most, and subscribe for more retro rewind stories from the messy, unforgettable past of music.